We are live. How's everybody doing? Richard Matthews says, Babaji, hurry. Babaji's here, baby. Babaji's here. I like that concern, though. I like that concern. I like that worry. Where's my Babaji? Where's my Babaji? Where is he? Oh, I need my Babaji. Monday morning, 10:10. Let's go, Babaji. That's nice, man. I remember I was talking to someone who was in the Nityananda cult. And she was saying that the guy would, if the crowd wasn't hot, he just wouldn't go up. He would make the underlings go up for like an hour or two. And then when he felt like it, he would come out. He's crazy. He's crazy, y'all. Richard Matthews says, love y'all. Apparently Richard Matthews has an extra special, I don't even know how to change it, but like by mistake, I made you like some kind of a premium, you actually have an extra special ranch, Richard Matthews. But just in consciousness, guess what, pal? We are just a little buttercup, aren't we? The whole goddamn congregation is coming in early. Coming in early. Cooking with Silence. Are you a non-duality channel, brother? Tell me, are you teaching spiritual teachings? I would love to hear about it. I would love to hear about your spiritual teachings. Actually, you know what? Let's go to I got a very powerful guru to review today. Guru review. Powerful guru review. This guy, Zen Master Rama. A lot of powerful techniques to go through. I have 5 or 6 written down. I think I'm just gonna review every cult movie and just be like, okay, here's the techniques. Here's what you gotta watch out for, people. Here's the techniques. By the way, this is brand new graphics sent to us by. Let's honor them first. Rewind Cat sent this to me. Let me play this from the beginning. Because what's happening right now is there's a camera right here, and I'm gonna restart it, and I'm gonna send it back out. Watch this. This guy's doing incredible work. Okay, let's go. Let's restart the camera. Restart in 3, 2, 1, go. Look at that. It goes out of the house and then spinning, rip and dip, dude. It goes right around the whole thing. Let's make sure that's okay. There we go. I like that. Very dynamic. Let's bring in the congregation here, people. We got to get to it. Powerful service for y'all today. Powerful service. Every day we're moving one step closer to God. You see that? It's not just talk, people. It's getting done. And today we got some powerful karmas. Today we're going to review one of the most psychotic cult leaders that the world has ever seen. I mean, psychotic, the guy has some powerful techniques. Let's just say that. The guy's got some powerful techniques, but let's say hello to some people in the congregation real quick. Richard Matthews is here with that wrench.
Yeah, we're just a little buttercup.
You got an advanced wrench. Chipko's wrench has been added, but Chipko's not here today. Well, guess what, Chipko?
Yeah, we're just a little buttercup, aren't we?
Urana Brew is here. Oh my God, we caught the live. Yes, that's all right, baby. Zemzem says Guru review. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Brantford says beautiful work. It's incredible work. This is incredible work out here, guys. We are building.
Wow, just a little
I want to say congratulations to all of you out here, because we are on the ground floor of a very exciting spiritual opportunity. This is, I'm the only certified pundit on YouTube. I don't know if you guys know that. You saw the certifications at the beginning. I'm the only certified pundit on YouTube. These other people are doing pontifications, no certification on their rips. These rips are certified. And this track is called Prophet 7 by Noir A. Blanc V from the YouTube Creator Library. And you're listening to the Rip and Dip live on YouTube. Thanks for coming in, everybody. Powerful service for y'all today. Powerful service. Who else is here? April G is here. April, thanks for coming. Sorry about yesterday. We had to miss meditation. Just, we got issues at home. We're going through it at home, man. I got a lot of lessons I can learn. I can teach you though about, my mom's getting to that age, man. It's getting like, she's getting so, it's like she's so old, and we know she's faking a lot of times, but she's so old that now we're just like, just let her. Who knows what the hell's gonna happen? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, send in a blessing for that. You know what I'm saying? Send in a blessing for that. And let me tell you, it's gonna happen to all of us too. That's the crazy thing, and that's why we have to become spiritually powerful in the community. We got to become spiritually powerful in the community, and we got to start talking about these issues. No, it's good to talk about it. You got to talk about death. It's actually very healthy to talk about death. There's a whole Tibetan Book of the Dead. Tibetan Book of the Dead. Powerful systems of dealing with you know, approaching death and afterlife and stuff like that. No, but meditation really is the way to deal with. It is preparation for death, because you're basically going back now. You got to like detach from everything and go back, and that's the hardest part for old people. They can't. It's like hard to detach from stuff. They're like they can't let go of like even old rivalries, weird stuff like that. It all kind of comes back up to relive a little bit and to basically forgive it, because you do have to forgive it. Actually, I saw this great video about rebirth, reincarnation, and near-death experiences, and the guy was saying that like the last thing that you go through when you die is you go through a full forgiveness of everything. That's the system that they're saying. I saw 2 near-death experience videos, and they both said that in the end, it's all just a loving-kindness system. The whole thing's just a loving-kindness tester. That's why there's so much negativity here, is because it's to test the love. It's to test that. It's an opposite simulator. Let's go to our... Natasha's here. Natasha, what's up? Thanks for coming. You know, and that's what makes me so surprised about these sinners like this Zen master Rama. His last name is Lenz. Jewish? There's a lot of Jewish Babajis, a lot of Hindu Babajis, Hindu. Sut Yoga Institute, super Jewish. That guy just gives me a Jewish vibe. I don't even know if he is, but he just sounds like it. He has like Baba Ramdas, so it's so Jewish. The Hindu and the Jew, they almost feel comfortable going back and forth a little bit. You know, the Jews have always been welcomed in India. It's the one place where they have always been able to go. They've always been welcomed with open arms. Come to India. I think Iran too, until recently. But Jews, yeah, there's a big Jewish community in India. Yeah, of course, because the Hindu accepts all. It's an old multicultural society. Some people say that's why it fell apart, is because it went multicultural, and then now Canada's like the new India, and it's doing all the multicultural shit, and it will be a Finnish civilization. Some people are saying, who knows? But let's talk about this sinner, shall we? Let's talk about this sinner, shall we? I'm going to play some clips. Great clips of this guy, by the way. What a psycho.
Others, Dr. Lenz would devote to listing his past lives, where he'd been a Japanese Zen master and a Tibetan Lama. But his most wide...
See, that is one of the most powerful...
Meditate with Rama. Meditate with Rama. Some of his portraits would pose questions. Others, Dr. Lenz would devote to listing his past lives, where he...
You got to have the resume.
He'd been a Japanese Zen master.
This is like a resume for a spiritual teacher. And I've been thinking about it too. Like, I should say that I'm the reincarnation of someone. You know what I'm saying? Because that is a big move. But that's how you know I'm not a psycho. The rest of these guys, they always do this. Oh, I'm reincarnated from this guy, this guy, this guy. Look at this guy. He found all these names. Jnana Yoga Master, 1834. And then he complains about being white. He's like, it's too hard to be white. He's basically trans Hindu, this guy. He's trans Hindu. Because there's some good interviews of him just being like, you know, I just don't feel right in this white body. I'm supposed to be Indian. I was Indian, and they have more spiritual understanding. So that's where I'm coming from. I don't really feel comfortable in this white.
And a Tibetan
I don't feel comfortable as a white man.
But his most widely circulated portrait would feature only his face, along with a simple call to action.
By the way, this...
Meditate with Rama.
This style of taking photos, that's another cult. So far we have one cult secret revealed. One cult secret is do the resume. Second cult secret, look at this backlight photography shot. This is probably going to be my next upgrade here, is putting a backlight on me so that I get the halo effect, because that's something that I should be doing, right? I mean, that's our karmas. I should be doing that much. Let's continue it. Sorry. Pardon me.
When the famous actors, musicians, and athletes of the 1980s wished to cement their place in American pop culture, they turned to celebrity photographer Harry Langdon. One by one, he would direct their gaze into the camera, with their heads backlit in a glowing halo. It was a look so many celebrities of the decade sought that one could hardly call themselves a star if they hadn't been photographed by Harry Langdon.
So this is the technique
But
that
in
this guy pulls.
1984, a man named Dr. Frederick Lenz commissioned Langdon for a series of photo shoots. The glamour shots that resulted began to appear across California, on college campus poster boards, newspapers, and magazines, frequently filling up the entire printed page. But it was
So another
unclear
one of
who
this
Dr.
guy's
Frederick
secrets
Lenz was.
is...
Well, by now, probably most of you have seen this photograph of this man.
Some of his portraits would pose questions. Others, Dr. Lenz would devote to listing his past lives, where he'd been a Japanese Zen master and a Tibetan Lama. But his most widely circulated portrait would feature only his face, along with a simple call to action: meditate with Rama.
Hi.
This is a great... He put a lot of music too. That's the interesting. This is his Babaji. And by the way, we got to do an episode about this guy. This is Sri Chinmoy, Indian guy. You know, behind every big white guru, there is an Indian guru. Even Scientology apparently steals half the shit from the Hindus. Not that it's something to be proud of. Not that it's something to be proud of. But this kind of scam curriculum really, you know, you think that it's American. You think that it's like, okay, I was saying this last time. The MLMs, the cults, and the sales courses, same curriculum. Same system of like, you have to convert someone from a non-buyer to a buyer, whether it's marketing and sales, whether it's a cult, whether it's MLM, whatever it is, same curriculum. Same system that you have to put them through. There's like a hook. You actually have to start them with something scary. That's the big counterintuitive thing. Is like you see most spiritual teachers like us, right? Because we're positive people, we're nice people. We don't open with these like, your life is ruined. Are you confused and your life is ruined and have no love in your life? Then I can help. You know what I mean? It's like that is a powerful hook, and that's part of the curriculum that you learn in there, that I've learned doing this podcast.
Lenz would need his own way of showing the fruits of his enlightenment.
Now,
That's his Guruji. His Guruji did a lot of like stunts. He did like weightlifting stunts, singing stunts. I'll show you the weightlifting stunts in a second. It's pretty silly.
written a number of pieces of music to meditate to.
I asked the Zen master, what is dancing? Dancing. Dancing. Dancing.
Zazen was Lenz's rock new age band. And he was credited as writing all the songs. And I would listen to them all the time. All the time. I mean, all the time.
It is the movement of life.
Lenz was joined by 3 of his students to form Zazen, and throughout the 1980s they produced a number of albums with tracks like Death is Sexual and Gandalf the Wizard.
I loved listening to it, but I
love Gandalf the Wizard. Here's the thing about him teaching though. It's really, this is very common with these Gurujis. Come on, baby, let's go. Don't attack my stream right now. Don't attack my stream right now.
How did you happen to...
We're doing a stream, y'all, for God. Don't be attacking my stream right now. I said, don't you goddamn attack my stream.
I shared the intervention with her.
There it is.
And so she would pop out of it. She was not as dedicated as I was, but there was still, the mind control going on with her.
In 1996, Dateline NBC delivered a critical blow to Lenz's career. A primetime expose, this time featuring an ex-member of Zazen, who was quick to call Lenz out for sharing songwriting credits with the band.
I never, in my definition of composition and writing, saw him write anything.
Whoa. Classic, dude. Classic. Of course. He's just there. This is great.
The film crew captured a Zazen jam session, showing what Lenz psychically cleansing the music looked like in action.
He psychically cleanses the music.
Now let's go on the opposite, so the way down. Okay, get funky. Funkier.
Funkier.
He was apparently using a lot more drugs. I mean, he used LSD, uppers and downers, and from one inside person told me he had also been using cocaine. And he looked ill. The last time he was on television was on Dateline program. He was very thin.
I got this Caucasian body, and it's created all kinds of problems in the West. I've never had one before. It's a new experience. I'm used to being shorter and being in a land where I am understood.
He wasn't as effective.
Yeah. This is actually one of my favorite clips, though. This is him doing his karate. This is another thing. Look, he's on top of the music, and then he's also on top of some
martial arts.
Like martial arts.
Science.
It was codified by Buddhist monks. The theory behind martial arts is that a person with energy, with power, flinch. So I will be only really touching their body, but I will be extending an invisible energy field that we call the ki, that we gain from deep meditation and samadhi, through their body, through their central nervous system.
This is a classic technique, but you know, the fact that we're all watching this together, this will ensure that you don't fall for it, because so many people fall for it.
Causing them to lose power and for a moment not to be able to recover. Needless to say, at that moment, if I chose to, I could kick them, I could punch them, I could hit them with an elbow, or I could run away, whatever seemed like the intelligent thing to do. If you hit someone hard enough with ki, which I will certainly not do today, you can stop the heartbeat. You can disable the brain function.
Holy shit.
So today I will be restricting the ki, restricting the flow, because when we do martial arts, it's all for fun. It's not about being mean. It's not about being angry. It's about having a good time.
That's nice.
Learning to defend yourself, learning to develop your body, and learning to control.
That's nice. I do appreciate that.
And extend invisible fields of energy.
Applejack is here. CEB Applejack. What's up, you little buttercup? I got a great topic for you. You're going to love it.
In addition to all of the traditional martial arts moves, katas, blocks, kicks, punches, and various forms of self-defense and offense.
The way I would explain it is basically when you're training, you learn a lot of physical techniques, and that's important. But from what I've seen, the essence of making you a successful martial artist is not in the physical techniques necessarily, but in your inner state of mind.
This is dangerous. What she's doing, this is dangerous. Because listen, a lot of people in the meditation game, a lot of people in meditation get lazy. And listen, I've done it myself. Meditation actually has a lot of philosophies that will give you an excuse to be lazy. And here's one of them right here. This whole nonsense. Oh no, develop the mind power. You are a mind-body system. So the mind-body, really, you can only go 50-50. That's something I've learned recently. This idea that you just run away from life and meditate forever, it's not acceptable. It's almost got to be 50-50. You got to meditate and then come back, do something. It's almost like, this guy describes it like this. He says, when you meditate, you got two hands on God. And then if you're doing karma yoga, you're doing your karmas. So it's basically, you're supposed to meditate, you're getting filled up with God. Meditate, reach up to God with meditation. Hug God. Then come back to life, dancing in life. Then go back up, meditate, then come back, dancing in life. You channel in, and then you almost gotta let that energy go through the mind-body system for it to go through and make to do the calculations and to bring it into real life. So this whole idea of like, I'm gonna just do mental powers only. Stop it. It's a very terrible excuse.
To make those techniques successful, it's something that's been taught in martial arts for thousands of years, and you rarely experience it in dojos. And I've trained in a number of dojos.
One day, Rama came up to me, and he wanted to demonstrate a martial art technique.
This guy's, you look at a guy like this, and it's like someone's gonna get him, right? This guy wants a leader, and that's it. It could have been Rama. It could have been me. It could have been you. This guy just wants a leader, poor guy. I guess some people are like that. You see it in life too. Some people are NPCs and some people want like, can you guide me? Sometimes people are like that. That's okay. That's fine.
So he put his hand.
It's wrong for him to take this kid. I would have put this guy to good use. I would have had him editing videos, promoting, getting work done, productive work to raise the vibration. And look what he does to him.
On my forehead. And he knocked me down with an energy. And since that time, I started to realize that there's a lot more to martial arts than just these physical movements and, than just perfecting these techniques. It really has a lot to do with energy, your state of mind. So now when I go up in martial art competition, when I face an opponent, I use my energy, I use my mind to defeat my opponent.
What's up, Mojo Gaming? Good Mojo Gaming, great karmas coming in early. I think you got the first comment of the day. That's very powerful karmas. Good for you. Justin Consciousness, remember the death touch video with coffee? Oh, buddy, we're going to get to some death touch in a second.
It's mind. One thinks of meditation as kind of a passive practice, and yet it can be, what it does is it generates energy that can be used in a number of different ways. And the way I saw it express itself in this way through tournament fighting was that I tended to win a lot more matches, and I think the reason for that was because I built up my level of ki a lot more. And that came out at moments, in that moment all the time, but it comes out in certain moments in which there's a lot of pressure and kind of when you're beyond thought in that sort of environment.
I thought that I understood what ki was. I thought of it as some kind of a physical force that was sort of focused on your seketundin, or body center, where all the techniques come from. All your techniques come from seketundin, and that's how they get set. That's how they're powerful. And after starting the practice of meditation, which Rama taught me, I discovered that you don't just, that training isn't the only way to develop your ki. And meditation develops your ki in a much more direct way.
In a much more direct, no.
Martial
false.
arts is fun.
It's not a much more direct way.
Okay? This is the hand. All right? No energy at all, just a little bit of a wrist lock, okay? I'm gonna apply just ki flowing through my body from the chakras into his hand. Same
Boom.
motion, no more power, okay? You take an opponent. If it's just physical force, it hurts. That hurts a little bit, yeah? Yeah, I don't want to break. Okay, but with energy, with ki, the power of the force, he's disabled. His nervous system falls apart. He can't stay up no matter what he wants to do. It's as if he's been drinking all day. The science of
if you
martial
twist
arts
someone's
is the
arm
science
back,
of
they have
energy.
to fall back.
Applied energy. What's it like?
It's disconcerting. You just kind of lose perspective for a few minutes and can't do much.
Exactly.
Wow.
It
This guy's
disables
actually a
the-
fighter. This guy could beat the shit out of him, but he doesn't believe in himself. I think this is the only one who's a real fighter, because you can tell this guy's still got the crease in his karate uniform. Come on, dude. Fake, man. So full of shit. This karate uniform's too clean. This guy looks like maybe he's been doing it.
Central nervous system. Pure energy, pure ki. Combine that with a solid kick, a solid punch. There's no competition.
There's no competition.
You ready? Come on.
Jesus Christ. He just hit that guy. This poor guy.
Punch. There's no competition. You ready? Come on.
What the hell was that? This poor guy, he just hit him. That's unacceptable, guys. Right? What is that? That's rude, man. That's just a straight... It's like worse than... It's like a forward slap he did on the guy's face. It's unacceptable. This guy's scared.
There's another pressure point, an energy point. When you apply ki, it's very easy to take someone down, an opponent. This area, this area, this area, this area, and this area. And take her down right from the top, right? Right. Watch. Try and stand up now. She thinks she's tough. Competition black belt. She's not going to go down, right? Watch. This is like 8 pounds. There's nothing she can do. Is there anything you can do?
No.
You gotta be a legit crazy to do
going to
this.
apply a little bit of energy to her back leg and to this spot simultaneously. Now, this is not enough to knock a person over. Here is the move without ki. Does nothing. Same thing. Does nothing, yes? A little bit of ki. Once again, without any energy. Nothing.
She's so eager.
Bit of ki.
You see that? People just want to believe so bad.
Okay.
They just want to believe in something
Great.
so bad.
Thank you.
She's so scared. She's like,
Now
hey,
I'm going to show you how to disable several opponents initially without them touching you.
This is great.
What I'm going to illustrate is they're going to come at me as a group. I'm going to send out a wave of energy designed to momentarily disable them mentally. Then if I wanted to, of course, I could kick, I could punch, I could run, whatever is the most intelligent thing to do. What I want to do is interfere with their minds. The mind is the ultimate weapon. So they're going to come at me, and I'm just going to project a wave of energy out of my body to disable them, right? Good. Okay, come at me. Come. Say! One more time. Come at me. Come. Say! For a moment, a wave of energy sweeps through their body, and they don't know where they are, what world they're in, what dimension they're in. At that moment, of course, you can dislocate them all, or you can get away.
You brainwashed them
Pure
good,
ki.
didn't you?
Good. Excellent. Thank you.
That particular combination of the meditation and martial arts is pretty amazing. One helps the other. Martial arts helps me to meditate a lot better. Meditation helps my martial arts a lot. Martial arts is great. Training in martial arts is wonderful. It's a lot of fun. It makes you feel good. But because of the fact that I've been practicing meditation with Rama for all these years, that gives a boost to my martial arts practice it's unbelievable. It's really amazing. It's a great combination, martial arts and meditation. Thank you.
The thing is that it is a great combination, brother. What have you done? Let's go to the comments section and let's see what you, the people, think. God damn it. It was supposed to play it. Hold on. I said, let's see what you, the people, think. And that's it. What's up, people? Thanks for coming in. Listen, you got to be careful. You know, these guys are here to brainwash you. They're here to get you. And that's why we got to be here to review these guru reviews. We got to do a guru review for the community. Let the people know. Raziel the Great says, Italians were big on martial arts in the 80s. Of course they were. You know what I'm saying? They were always, of course they're going to do martial arts. They were like the playboys of the 80s. They were the sexy guys. So they're going to do martial arts. They're going to get a Corvette. They're going to, do their hair real good. Leather shoes. All the whole shebang-a-bang. 80s for sure. Yeah, dude. Natasha Razor Glam says the lies. But it just shows you that people would just want to believe in something so bad. I said people just want to believe in something so bad, don't they? Why don't we put this here, and then we'll put this here, and then we'll put me here. Oh, that's nice. It's a common congregation. It's a common congregation. Come on in. Yeah, you can just see how people are just so desperate to have that, to have that leadership, that father figure. And that's why if you support this Church of Loving Kindness, this digital ashram that you can see to my right here, we're not going to do that to anyone. This is just this is an anti-cult cult. It's not a cult, it's an anti-cult cult. And we are actually spreading awareness on how cults are bad. So that makes us good and righteous even. And, a worthy thing to support. So you're doing very good karmas. Just wanted to remind you, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Don't even worry. You're never going to get scammed here. I don't know why it sounds like I'm, you know what I mean? Like it's like, I do think it's a funny joke. But no, I would never scam people. You know why? Because the real scam is not scamming people. The people who do scams, one thing that you find in the end, like this guy, this Zen Rama, whatever, he actually committed suicide in the end. And you can tell he was getting desperate and he was getting crazy when there's parts in the documentary where the guy would just talk about he would tell people that are leaving. This is another cult secret revealed. If people were trying to leave, he'd be like, if you leave now, I'll murder you with my mind. You are in my field now. In my auric field, I have direct access to your auric field. So you leave now, you're going to have depression, then you're going to want to kill yourself, then you might kill your own family. And then you kill your own dog. And I'll make you do it. Actually, there is this one great guy who has the Cult Awareness Network that we should spread awareness on this Cult Awareness Network because it looks like some incredible karmas this guy's doing. This is a guy. And then at one point, someone, he was trying to save this girl, and she, called him a cult leader. That's another cult secret revealed, too. These cult leaders, if you try to stop them or say they're a cult, they're always like, no, they're a cult. Even the amount of Hindu gurus that basically say, Western civilization is a cult. They are all brainwashed. That's classic move. But anyway, let's look at this. Oh, the full What Is Dancing video is up. Maybe we should watch that too. No, video unavailable. I figured. Copyright claims.
Of the universe.
Damn it. But this guy we should check out. Joe. This guy used to run the anti-cult the Cult Awareness Network. Sorry, I almost said the anti-cult cult network. But no, he put up this video 5 days ago.
Thanks for tuning in to.
But such a great guy, and he did cult deprogramming. So he actually went around and deprogrammed people, and one of the things they show in the documentary, it's a great documentary, I highly recommend it, on Atrocity Guide channel, YouTube channel. But at one point, this woman was basically saying he kidnapped me and then he attacked me. So then this guy even had to shut down his Cult Awareness Network. Yeah, support his channel, everyone. I'm gonna hit a subscribe on this, and I'm gonna hit a like on that. Let's tell him something nice. You're doing God's work, brother. Maybe I shouldn't say brother. You're doing God's work. That's fine. That's fine. No, but such a nice guy. Such a great guy. And then one of the women in the documentary, she's like, no, he's a cult leader. He's starting his cult awareness network. That's the cult. And he attacked me, and he, you know, and I just want to be with my Zen master Rama. What do you do with that? It's so sad when people are like, no, but I love my Babaji. How dare you attack my Babaji? Well, yeah, thanks for coming, everyone. Listen, that's enough of that. Great documentary. Check it out. Go over there. Get this. You know, it's good to stay aware of it because I see people getting because you can see brainwash even happening in other subcultures in the community. Republicans are brainwashed. Democrats are brainwashed. Canada, like Trudeau fans are brainwashed. But then anti-Trudeau fans, too. There is this growing movement of like, we're gonna go conservative now. And it's interesting how, I was telling you guys about this the other day, where it's like basically the political party that's in power, they become sinners. And right now, the liberals in Canada, even though I'm a liberal myself, the liberals in Canada and the Democrats in America, they're at peak sin. Their sins are rising by the day. And the conservatives and the conservatives in Canada and in the US, they're actually very high in righteousness right now. They're very righteous. This always happens. But now when they win, you can't support them either, because once they win, then they will become sinners. And the whole cycle just keeps going back and forth. This is the Leela, people. This is the dance of life. Yeah. No, it's interesting. And you even see it with preachers. Like this is Pat Robertson. This is a nice like collection of clips from Pat Robertson. But just see what a sinner he is. I mean, this guy is such a sinner.
What is this mac and cheese? Is that a black thing?
It is a black thing, Pat.
You might get AIDS in Kenya. If people have AIDS, you got to be careful. I mean, the towels can have AIDS.
That's rude. He's just saying that people in Kenya have AIDS.
The Bible says, if any man will not work, let him not eat. Now, that didn't say, if any man will not work, let him go to the soup kitchen and let the government pick up the tab.
Woo! Damn. That's some hard right. It's not righteous, right? Like, why do you have to come out with this? Anti-government crap.
Something happened a long time ago in Haiti. They got together and swore a pact to the devil. They said, we will serve you if you'll get us free from the French. I'm talking about
To say that about Haiti, like, you know, Haiti was trying to fight for their independence and their freedom. And these guys put out this kind of shit. You know, it kind of reminds me of right now, like, there's a cyclone hitting Pakistan. And these people in India, these Hindus, these sinners, Hindus, they're saying like, oh, the whole cyclone was supposed to hit India, but then God came in and moved it over so Pakistan gets half of it. Come on, guys. It's unacceptable, these theories. And if anyone can find a link of someone saying it on the internet, please send it to me, because we got to debunk that kind of nonsense, people, here at this Church of Loving Kindness. This is a church of love and kindness. And these kinds of, what? But you know, this is it. The biggest sinners are sitting right there next to God. They think they're right with God. They think they're so righteous. He thinks he's so righteous to say the people of Haiti signed a deal with the devil because they wanted their freedoms.
He cheated on you. Well, he's a man. Okay. There are a bunch of people cheated on you. Well, he talking about the free from the French. I'm talking about the cheating. He cheated on you. Well, he's a man. Okay. There are a bunch of people who...
Okay, they've cheated on you. It's bad. It's not as bad as the Haiti comment. The Haiti comment is just so rude. Honestly, like, how could you say that about Haiti? They just want their freedom, brother. They just want their freedom. And you attack them like this?
Or just bums. And if these people are out drugging themselves, let them starve to death.
So he's a sinner. He's a sinner. Pat Robertson is very unrighteous, even though he hid behind his faith. That being said, I think it's also unrighteous for people to celebrate him being dead. No. We're not celebrating his death. No way. No. Haiti fought of slavery and caused slavery to end in Europe. If Haiti had not fought, Europe would have helped the South during the Civil War. Oh, if Haiti had not fought Europe, they would have helped the South in the Civil War. Okay, interesting. Matt Janiga says you finally got internet. Oh, we've had the internet. Maybe the attacks have stopped. This is interesting. This is actually a great clip I found. I like this lady. This basically is the response by Televangelist after Trump lost the 2020 election. This is great stuff.
You were the chosen one. Lord, if it be your will and if it be necessary, another election, another voting day, whatever it takes under your kingdom, oh God.
Under your kingdom, oh God. Whatever it takes under your kingdom, oh God. I like her candor.
Another election, another voting day, whatever it takes under your kingdom, oh God.
Man, she's got the system down, eh?
To bring it all in line. Bring it all in line. Bring it all in line with the will of God.
With the will of God. With the will of God. What do you guys think? Trump's going to make a comeback 2024? I mean, just because they got him in jail, or even if he goes to jail, that doesn't mean he's like out of the race. He can still fight the race. You never know. We'll watch this one next time. Actually, there is one clip I wanted to show you guys. This really got under my nerves because you know here
President says
in the tradition of Thich Nhat Hanh, we want to talk about peace activism. We're a church of loving kindness. Look, we're going to call out the fake gurus. Fine, fair enough. We got to call them out, but we also got to call out the warmongers and the people driving us into a war. You're not going to believe what this guy says. Applejack, you're going to love this.
Moscow has placed an
But you're going to hate it.
initial group of tactical nuclear weapons in neighboring Belarus. Vladimir Putin told a forum the weapons would only be used if Russia's territory or state were threatened. The U.S. government says there's no indication that Russia plans to use nuclear weapons to attack Ukraine. Belarus is a key Russian ally, and its territory was used to help launch the invasion of Ukraine last year. Meantime, the Ukrainian counteroffensive against Russian forces has begun. Ukraine says it has made some gains in the south, but Russia disputes that, saying Ukrainian forces have suffered heavy losses in the last 24 hours. For more, we have once again reached Daniel Bilak. He's a Canadian-Ukrainian lawyer who lives in Kyiv and is a member of the Territorial Defense Unit. Thank you, Daniel. We appreciate your time today.
Thanks for having me on your show.
We have, of course, spoken several times throughout the war.
Oh, you can see it,
Before
right?
we get into the counteroffensive, and of course we do want to speak about that, I do want to get your thoughts on what we were just sharing there, some of Vladimir Putin's comments about nuclear weapons in Belarus. How concerning is the threat?
Well, look, I mean, putting them in Belarus or putting them 100 kilometers further back into Russia really doesn't change any sort of strategic calculation as to their use. And secondly, there's...
This is the problem. Like, okay, and this is the problem with people who are caught in a fight, is that they just can't see straight. So he's looking at the same facts as us, and he's saying there's no nuclear threat. He's never going to do nuclear. He's just saying that. It's ridiculous.
Been no indication, certainly the Americans monitor this stuff carefully, that they've actually been moved. He's a bluffer. He's been bluffing all along. He's been setting red lines, and every time we cross them, nothing happens. This is just another desperate move on his part to try to get the West to be nervous and to stop supplying Ukraine with weapons. And I have to say that all along he's been reasonably successful. He's weaponized the fear of the West.
He says he's been reasonably successful, right? This is what's so funny. This is where you see the brainwash. So far, actually, nothing he said is actually that bad. It's true. Putin's a bad guy. He's a liar, whatever. It's actually not bad. This is where you see the delusion.
In a lot of ways, and it's cost us lives. When we don't get weapons because people are afraid to give them to us, it means more of our guys die.
What weapon did you not get, sir? What weapon? What's this delay in weapons? I'm pretty sure you got every weapon the second you asked for it, you get the weapon. They're sending it as fast as they can. This is crazy. What kind of delusional shit is this? This guy goes, I have not met a single person who doesn't support this war. Basically, we have to go on the internet, and there's like 20 of you here. Even one of you is going to be like, fuck you, Amish, I'm with the Ukrainians or whatever. Not that we're not with the Ukrainians. Not that we're not saying that Russia's an aggressor on this and a bad person on this, but this is delusional. You see, he's putting fear in the West, and you can see the fear keeping them from sending us weapons fast enough. How much faster can you get the weapons? How much more money? $130 billion, I think, $160 billion, $130 billion? Applejack's got numbers probably. Are you crazy? This is delusional. Mr. Chess says glory for Ukraine. No, I want glory for Ukraine too, but You know, that glory might have to come through negotiation. And this is what I mean when I say, like, you can see fighting creates delusion in people, because how could anyone say in today's political climate, like, forget about whether it's right or wrong, and like, listen, I support Ukraine, I think Russia's bad, all that stuff, Putin's evil, sure. Where's the delay? You know, Mr. Chess, can you tell me when there's a delay? Can you tell me what weapon they didn't get? Yes, sir, we will send weapons faster. I know, right? Mr. Chess, do you not feel, Mr. Chess, like these guys are now telling you to fucking, like, it's like they're pushing you around now. You can't even be like, okay, so when is it? Our lives are being lost. Lives are being lost because you're letting Putin scaremonger you. He's very nice and polite, but very Canadian. But there is a pretty extreme message here, which is you're not allowed to doubt. You're not allowed to ask questions. You're not allowed to send them faster. Why haven't you sent the weapons yet?
The long-awaited counteroffensive, of course, Daniel, has now started. Wondering if you can help us understand a little bit about how people in Kyiv and across the country more broadly, how they're feeling about it.
I think there's general relief that it's underway. You know, we didn't expect, as some of my colleagues in the West, you know, they call up saying, "What's going wrong with your counteroffensive?" And I said, "Nothing." You know, everybody expects a Hollywood blockbuster where, you know, within an hour or two the whole thing is over with. This is going to be a drawn-out affair.
Drawn-out affair. See, now, before they used to say, like, don't worry, we got them, it'll be quick, we'll take care of them. Russia's nothing, they're stupid, we can kill them in a sec. Now it's going to be a drawn-out affair. $130 billion so far.
And Ukrainians are ready for this. I think that we had training this morning with my unit. You know, it's costing us lives. We've had 3 funerals in our village in the last month. In fact, one just yesterday from somebody from Zaporizhia front line. So, you know, we are paying a heavy price there, but so are they. And look, anytime the Russian lips are moving, they're lying. That should be the general. This
is wrong. You can't say anytime a Russian's lips are moving, they're lying. This is, again, war propaganda. You know, there's certain things, like this is complex. The morality here is complex. We can say that we support the people of Ukraine, Russia's bad, but we're not allowed to now start saying if a Russian speaks, they're lying. Sorry, but you are in a blood feud with someone. And we have to be responsible and say, excuse me, they're human beings. There's one dictator making them do something. The rest of them are human beings. Actually, just like you. It's exactly like Hindus and Muslims. You can't say anything. I have a Hindu family that comes over and they go, Amish, they're trying to overpopulate us. We have to kill them. So sweet and kind like this. They're trying to overpopulate us. So what can we do? You have to kill them. This is delusional.
Assumption. We are moving forward. We've only used about a quarter of our assault potential to this point in time, and we're probing. We're probing along a 1,000-kilometer line. They don't know where we're actually going to strike, and that's what's going on here now. Is that we're trying to get them to commit forces in certain areas where we can take tactical advantage in others. And for anybody who's still wondering who done it on the blowing up the Kakhovka Dam, virtually all of those troops have been moved from Kherson into the support on Zaporizhia and Donetsk. So it's pretty clear what the purpose of blowing up the dam by the Russians were. You know, they're a terrorist state.
Blowing up the dam by the Russians. Pretty clear why the Russians blew up the dam. That's another one, man. How can you put this guy in the news? That's why the Russians blew up the dam.
And they'll continue to operate as such.
How long do you think this sort of protracted battle can go on for? Of course, the counteroffensive has now started. The Russians claim that they are trying to counter it, that they are doing so forcefully. How long do you think this sort of back and forth can go on for?
Well, I mean, frankly, there's not a lot of force on their part. They're defending. We're pushing forward. We've taken ground in Donetsk and in Zaporizhia. It's not easy because they mined a lot of it. We're pursuing what we've been trained by NATO forces to do, which is called combined arms warfare, where you combine your infantry, your armor, your artillery, and your planes to attack the enemy. The problem we have is they won't give us planes. So we're sort of going.
Problem is they won't give us the planes. Hey, America. What are you, scared of Putin? Give us the planes. Problem is, no planes aren't here yet. Holy shit, you don't even know how to fly the fucking planes. This is delusional. This is pure war propaganda. I mean, the fact that he didn't say Putin lies. He said if a Russian's mouth is moving, they're lying. that means you're fucked up, dude. You're brainwashed, and people need to talk you out of this. We as a global community need to be like, hey man, I know you're pissed. I know they're bad. I agree with you. They're really bad. I agree with you. You are righteous. I agree with you. Don't ruin you're gonna kill yourself. This guy's gonna be dead in 6 months, or he's a legit psycho and he's just pretending that he's actually even doing anything on the ground. He could just be a PR guy. But just the way that he's talking about it, it's like, you're in a blood feud. And instead of us talking them out of it and saying, get to the negotiating table and be a fucking adult and figure out what the fuck your problem is, now we're telling him, he's telling us, you got to support or you're with Putin.
Going in with one hand tied behind our back, hopefully that will get resolved. But, you know, so long as our allies stick with us and continue to supply us with what we need, we are going to take this to the end. We cannot leave him, as President Zelensky has repeatedly said, we cannot leave him on 1 square inch of Ukrainian territory, or he's just going to come back and he's going to go further and he's going to attack NATO countries, and that's when Canadian soldiers die. So we need Canada's continued help and our allies' continued help to basically defeat the Russian army totally on Ukrainian soil. I think, frankly, you know, if we continue to get the level of support we've got, you know, and I'm certainly not sitting at the headquarters of the General Staff, but, you know, there's a strong feeling that we can get this done certainly by you know, early next year, if not the end of this year.
There's also this delegation of...
I mean, this is the problem, right? Is that it was supposed to be done by now. It's not done. And then he just said, oh, people think it's going to be like a movie over. This is a long, drawn-out war. We could have it done maybe by next year.
African countries, South Africa leading the way here. A peace mission is what they've been calling this. We were just showing just a moment ago some of those images of some of those leaders arriving in Ukraine. How optimistic are you that this could bring an end to the war?
Well, I don't think it'll bring an end to the war. I mean, anybody who comes with a peace proposal that says leave Russians on your territory, including Crimea, is more of an appeasement plan or a piecemeal plan than a peace plan, or a pause plan, if you like. But I think it's very important, actually, that they came, because we need the support of the so-called Global South. They all have votes in the United Nations. We need to have the dialogue with them. The fact that they came, the fact that they ended up being subjected to a missile attack while they were in Kyiv, they got a taste of what life is like here on a daily basis. And, you know, I think it's actually a huge diplomatic coup for Ukraine and for the president, for the foreign minister, and for our diplomats, that they've got these guys coming over here and talking. They're in Moscow today. You know, Putin's not interested in a real peace plan, and that's really the fundamental problem. We can have a negotiation once the Russians have left Ukrainian territory. They can talk about anything they want. But I think it's important to engage the African states in a dialogue. We feed most of their people. We feed 400 million people around the world, the vast majority of which are in Africa. So they have a direct interest in the outcome of this this war.
Daniel, as always, so great to talk with you. Great to get your perspective, your thoughts on all of this. Thank you so much.
I just want to show one quick clip too.
God bless.
Daniel Billa.
Do I want to show this? Not
Ball
really.
slapping.
Oh, I'm sorry. Imagine that was my mistake porn video. I'm just like, hey, I want to show you guys something real quick. Hey, I want to show you a video of Trudeau real quick.
Ball slapping.
Oh no! No, wrong video! Oh my god. Oh god. I wasn't supposed to show you that. Oh, I'm an embarrassment. No, this is what I want to show you. This pisses me off.
Did he tell NATO officials Canada will never meet its 2% military defense spending target?
I continue to say and will always say that Canada is a reliable partner to NATO, a reliable partner around the world, and with our military investments, with the support we give to Canadians, we will continue to be doing that.
So full of shit. Oh, I don't know how people become politicians. They're just they're so slimy. Answer the fucking question, jackass. What is this stupid, smarmy shit? Hey, did you tell NATO that you're not going to give them the 2%? Well, I continue to be a supporter of NATO and to love NATO, and I'll do anything I can for NATO. that stupid smile at the end. Oh my
What
God.
about the 2% target? What did you communicate to NATO officials?
We will
recently at all?
continue to be working on investing in giving the support necessary to the men and women of the Canadian Forces to deliver, whether it's in Latvia, whether it's in NATO operations around the world.
Look at this bullshit artistry, though. He's so. This is political bullshit jazz. He's just on the spot. That's why he's doing that. So quick with it. It's like, answer the fucking question, you pussy, and just say that you told the guy from NATO, we're not giving you 2%. Just fucking say it. He goes, we stand committed to our troops, and we stand committed to the people of Bosnia and Latvia and all of the countries that are in NATO. Thank you. Fucking piece of shit. Does this piss anyone else off? Straightforward question. You're not going to hit the 2%, are you? I stand with the troops. I stand with Latvia. I stand with all the NATO countries around the world. And fuck you.
UN operations, Canada continues to be a partner that is much sought after, and that's why we're so pleased that we've invested increases in about 70% through our Strong, Secure, Engaged.
If it was his dad would have said, yeah, 2% is too much money. And they need to start figuring out how to fucking negotiate. You need to goddamn negotiate. We are not meant to fight. We are meant to love, brother. And 2% is too much money. We got to spend it on love, not on fighting. Not on killing and murdering people. That's what he should be saying. That's if he had any integrity, if he believed in something. But he is so fucking fake.
In defense spending, we've moved forward on modernization of NORAD. We're going to continue to be there to make sure that the women and men of the forces have the tools they need. Merci beaucoup.
So full of shit. Merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup. Fuck off, dude. Doesn't answer the question and then makes it out like he's such a great, fucking piece of shit. Raziel the Great, $5. Thank you, Raziel. We do appreciate it. Brother. You're just a little buttercup, aren't you? You little buttercup. Thank you. Daniel Bilak vibrates on a low frequency, a frequency so low that it is unsustainable. Let us raise our vibration and overcome this negative force. Yeah, we must do that, you know. Listen, well, let's look at the numbers, shall we? And then we'll do Oracle card and we'll get the fuck out of here. But let me just show you. See, here's what happens when you're fighting. When you're in a fight, when you want to kill someone, those feelings can only come when you are low on vibration. That means you're in darkness, you're in ignorance, and your mind is constantly, even in real time, you can see him doing it. He's just like Trudeau, like you can just jazz, like you can just improvise these bullshit talking points. To say you can't trust a word coming out of a Russian's mouth, this is unacceptable. This is your blood feud. And you've pulled us into it. And like I said, we should be pulling them. See, here, if you look on the scale of righteousness, right? What's happening in the world today is that the forces for fighting and negativity, even though they're good people, they're traumatized and but the trauma, it puts up little love blockers in your mind. You got a little love blocker. So it's basically your brain has now become a tool of feeding you information that reaffirms the idea that Russia's evil. They're liars, they're sinners, and we are so righteous. And you're not allowed to be worried or scared for 1 second, or else every day someone dies. One of my boys dies because you doubted it, because you had fear in your heart. How about they're dying because you, idiot, won't fucking go to the negotiating table? They're acting as if like this is just we were attacked and there was nothing we could have done and they're just evil. It's just 100% evil attack. It's just a 100% pure evil attack. Nothing else. Not NATO is on their fucking border putting nuclear weapons on their border. And then the delusion of just saying like, well, he's not going to use nuclear weapons. We already know that. He's basically just giving you talking points. He's basically been told that we will die unless we do anything to push this war. So it's actually not his fault. He's living in a lower vibration. And that means that A lot of love blockers are up. A lot of information doesn't even come through. So information comes down, and he just says, no, Russia's evil. Anything a Russian says is a lie. Dude, anything a Russian says. Okay, so how are you ever going to negotiate with them? How could you ever? What if they came tomorrow and said, hey, we want to negotiate? Everything a Russian says is a lie. Crazy. Good comment, Raziel. Very low vibration. It's true. It's true, but let's make sure that we raise our vibration, shall we? Let's bring up let's pick a Rumi Oracle card. I'm going to read it to y'all. And then we're going to go, and we've had a very productive morning. I did my abs today. Did my abs tomorrow back with the personal trainer. I got a personal trainer. Oh my God, it's amazing. It's raising the vibration. I'll tell you what. But Raziel the Great, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Justin Conscience, that was Will. Yeah, like no offense, but those Ukraine borders haven't been forever or anything. Maybe time to renegotiate. Their complete unwillingness is sus. Yeah. Especially, and maybe we got to talk about this tomorrow, especially because now it's looking like Joe Biden got $10 million bribery for him, $5 million for him, $5 million for Hunter Biden in bribery schemes from Burisma. You know, and this is what's showing me why the Republicans aren't into this war. I think the reason why the Republicans are against this war, it's not because they're righteous, it's because they're not getting a cut. I think the way the Ukraine war is set up financially, it's basically Democrats have set up the corruption for themselves. Because this Hunter Biden thing, it could be, who knows, it could be nothing. It could be nothing. That's the problem. We're living in a time of so many bullshit fights back and forth, bullshit legal cases, that this idea that Hunter Biden just got $10 million of money from Burisma, like in a corruption scandal. What do you guys think of that? The fact that MSNBC won't even report on it, it makes me think like maybe it's not true. I don't know. But it's happening, people. Listen, we could be going into World War III, you know, and I don't want to be the kind of spiritual teacher who doesn't talk about that, because we got to talk about everything that's happening in the world. We can't hide away from it. We got to raise the vibration and raise their vibrations, bring them out of their darkness and negativity. Did you see the pictures, bro? What pictures? Shooting Star, send me a message on Instagram. Not sure what pictures you're talking about. Oh, man, I was late for the big hair guru. Rewind Cat, you're going to see all that. Don't worry. But Rewind Cat, your graphics are raising the vibration right now in the community. Look at, right now behind me, Rewind Cat got that out for us. So thank you, sir, so much. And let's make sure we pick this Rumi Oracle card. I got to get out of here in 1 minute. No, I can't get out in 1 minute. But we're going to pick a Rumi Oracle card, and we're going to move on. And tomorrow, maybe we got to talk about this Joe Biden corruption scandal. What the hell, man? 10 million? Unacceptable. Okay, Rumi, who loves me unconditionally, guide my hand to pick a card for the highest good guide my hand. Rumi, who loves me unconditionally, guide my hand to picking a card that is for the highest good of my congregation. And we will pick it now. Star Mother Arrakis. Whoo-wee! 23. This is going to be a good one, people. Let's raise the vibration. Let's not get lost in negativities, in war and fighting. Let's raise the vibration. Star Mother Arrakis. Nice card. I like that card. Be the king who has made his own kingdom. Be the moon that has made her own summit. How much longer will you cuckoo like a pigeon? Empty your head of all mortal lusts and become life without breath. You will not call out for God anymore, for you have become immersed in God. Rumi. That's a powerful message, people. Your star mother Arrakis dances with your soul on the celestial inner planes. She dances in the embrace of Father Sky, shining white and pale, deep in devotion to the light behind all that is. Arrakis, dancing star of the heavens, incites our souls to feel the rhythm of life and surrender to it in flow, in grace, stumbling, and in play. They put in stumbling too. Let me read that again. This is important. Arrakis, dancing star of the heaven, incites our souls to feel the rhythm of life and surrender to it in flow, in grace, stumbling, and in play. This life is a play. Like a child who thinks not of the right steps, but just moves with music and with joy, she reminds you to dance freely and from your heart. She reminds you that your soul is constantly dancing with the divine. What better way to connect with the joy and beauty of your soul than to mimic its movements? So dance, beloved. Let your being dance. Oh, Arrakis, your bright beauty penetrates even the darkest of minds to remember, remember, remember. She calls out. Her voice is music to our hearts. You are a child of heaven. You are born of such regal stuff, dear dancing child of the stars. When you suffer, I send you my comfort as stars falling from the sky. When you triumph, my dance becomes wild and light erupts from my heart in all directions. The light becomes music, stirring within you with an urge, almost inexplicable and yet so very deep and real, to make music, to create art, to dance, to play, to be at one with the joyful creative energy that dwells within you, beloved. Wow, what a powerful sermon to open up your days, y'all. What a powerful sermon from the Rumi Oracle Card Collection. I don't even think we should do the prayer. I'll do the prayer. Let's do the prayer. Let's do our karmas, and I'm going to get out of here. It's 11:13. We started at 11:11, so that's perfect timing. Like the video, press the bell. That's it. Through unconditional love and divine mercy, through the blessings of the ancient master and sages, including Brother Rumi, who loves without condition, I call upon the blessings of the stars, the remembrance of my divine heritage, and the gift of spiritual success. I call upon the assurance of my soul's triumph and the luminous embrace of the Holy Mother. I honor my soul's need for art and for expression and for creativity now, from a pure and loving place within me. So be it. So be it. All right, everyone. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Raziel the Great, thank you so much for coming. I do appreciate you. And $5 dono. You know, we gotta make a brick for Raziel. Can we get a brick for Raziel the Great, please? Rewind Cat. I don't know if you can hear this, but I'll send you a message. We're gonna get a brick with your name on it, pal, and it's gonna go into the building of this ashram. And that's something that is available to all who give generously to the ashram. Thanks for coming, everyone. Let me play the track. Hold on a second. Have a blessed day, y'all. Have a blessed day. Okay, wait. China gives Ukraine weapons or else. China gives Ukraine weapons or else. China gives Ukraine weapons or else. Mr. Chess, I don't know what point you're trying to make there, but okay, sure. How about China gives Ukraine weapons or we're done with them? Yeah, that's interesting. That's an interesting move. I see what you're saying. I see where you're going with that. Rewind Cat, cool, thanks. I'm just editing the existing scenes. Someone else did all the hard work. Yeah, that's true. That was made by our friend in the Ukraine, actually. But thanks for coming, everyone. I do appreciate you. And we got some powerful sermons for tomorrow. I'll have a thumbnail up and ready before you know it. Make sure you come to my meditation every Sunday, 9 p.m. Although this Sunday, we're not going to be able to do it. But if you join the meetup group, then you'll see when the next meditation is and when we'll be doing it. Because I do got to do one this week. I do have a sermon lined up, ready to rip. Got a sermon lined up and ready to rip. Thanks for coming, y'all. I do appreciate it. Yes.